this cover, we're going to use an 8mm socket. Loosen that bolt up and slide the cover out. And loosen up this worm clamp. You can use a 8mm socket or a straight blade screwdriver. And the same with this one right here. Use a trim tool and just separate this retainer right there with that bracket. Now slide the snorkel off, right there, and pull it out. Just to gain more access, I'm going to pull this air box off, disconnect the mass airflow sensor, grab the air box, pull it straight up, and you can slide it out. There's 2 tabs, and this holds it in. I'm going to take these 2 bolts out up top, use a 10mm socket. And there's 4 push pins, 2 on this side and 2 on the other side. You can use a push pin removal tool or a trim tool. Just remove these. Now take this hose retainer off right here. Just use the trim tool. Slide that up. Slide this hose out right here. It should be. Just move this hose out of your way. Just slide this cover right out. I'm going to use a fan clutch tool with the 36mm adapter. And just go right here. This setup. Once you get it loose, you should be able to spin it off just like that. And pull it out. Now I'm going to remove the drive belt. You can use a 15mm wrench or a serpentine belt removal tool. Just loosen the tension on the tensioner and slide it off the idler pulley. And then take the belt off. Take it off the water pump, off the power steering pump. Set it aside. Grab this panel and just slide it up. Just pull the hose out of the way. Now I'm going to take the AC belt off. Just use a extension on a ratchet. Loosen up the tensioner and slide the belt off of the crank. And you can slide it completely off. Put it aside. Now I'm going to use a 24mm socket. Take the bolt out. You're going to need a special puller that has these ears that are going to hook onto the inside of the crank pulley. And there's this rod that's going to push on the crank itself. It's just going to line up like that. And tighten this down. All right, now I'll tighten it. As I tighten it, it's going to pull the pulley right out. All right, and there it is. Take the new harmonic balancer or crank pulley and line it up. So we're going to use a harmonic balance installer like this. Get it started. And just tighten this down. As you tighten this down, it's going to pull the balancer in. Now, from underneath the vehicle, we're going to take this shield off. I'll use a 15mm socket. Take these 4 bolts out. When we go to tighten down the crank pulley bolt, we're going to need to access behind here. Take this little cover off. Just use a small pocket screwdriver. I'm going to have a friend help hold this from spinning. Just use a pry bar and just put it right there in between the flywheel and the bell housing of the transmission, and just hold that there. That'll prevent it from spinning. There is a special tool that you can use You have to take the starter motor out and install it there, but we don't have that tool. So this will work fine. First part of this, we want to take the old crank bolt, install the old crank bolt. We're going to tighten this up. And while holding the crank, you're going to torque this to 240 foot-pounds using the 24 millimeter socket. Now I'll take that bolt out again. Now I'll take the new bolt, install it. We're going to start by torquing this to 110 foot-pounds. All right, now I'm going to loosen this 360 degrees. Basically just loosen it. And we're going to torque it again to 59 foot-pounds. All right, that's 59. Then we're going to tighten this an additional 125 degrees. You can use a torque angle meter if you have one. If you don't, do the best you can. I just marked the socket and judge it the best I can. Okay, so the mark was over here, and that's about 125 degrees. Take that off and install the cover. And this cover, bolts in. And tighten these bolts down. Take the AC belt, go around the crank. And you want to go to the back of the crank and then go around the AC compressor pulley and around the tensioner pulley. And while holding the back of the belt tight, take your ratchet and your extension, put it in the tensioner, loosen up the tension. All right, and slide the belt over the crank. Loosen up the tension, and that looks good. Put the lower part of the fan shroud on, pull that hose back, and just slide it in position. That's good. Take the serpentine belt. I'm going to start at the crank pulley, and then wrap it around the water pump, and then around the power steering pulley, then up around the alternator. And then I'm going to go over to the tensioner first. The belt should stay like that. And then grab your wrench or your tensioner tool. Just make sure the belt doesn't get stuck on that bolt. Put a little pressure on it. And go over the idler pulley. Take the belt off, just take a look, make sure everything's lined up. Oh, it's not lined up right there. Adjust accordingly. Right, just take the fan and just line it up. Now, if you have a torque wrench and you're able to hold the water pump pulley from spinning, you can torque that to 41 foot-pounds. We don't have that. I'm just going to use an adjustable wrench and just a hammer. Give it a couple good taps. And that's good. All right, now take this fan shroud. Hold the hose out of the way. Line it up with some alignment pins right there on both sides. Put these push pins in. Lock them down. Do the same on the other side. Put these bolts in, get those lined up. And tighten these down. And line this retainer up and right there. Put that hose in that position. And slide the air box back in position. What you want to do is slide this piece. It's going to go right here. It's going to slide there, and then push the two push pins straight down. Push down, it's good to go. Reconnect the mass airflow sensor. And put the snorkel back on. Line this up with the throttle body. And the air box. And tighten up the worm clamps. And line this bracket back up. Put the cover on. Slide it in the back. Get the bolt started. Snug it down.